fried rice, and then followed it up with razzia, which is their yogurt sauce. And to me, it's every day I get to learn something new. And it was a whole new concept, and we actually have brought it in and used it on other events already. We had another wonderful event recently for the Eames Foundation. Charles Eames was a wonderful interior designer and mathematician who did a lot of things in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And come to find out, the Eames Foundation is located just on the south end of Petaluma, and they did a big, huge fundraiser last weekend. And I got to meet, like, the drummer from the Talking Heads. I also got to meet the founder of Joe Boxer. And it's something that is so cool about being in Petaluma is you just never know who's going to be the person you run into at the next event. The largest event that we've ever catered is we did do for 3 years San Francisco General Hospital's employee party, which is 3,000 people in an hour and a half for hamburgers and hot dogs. All you do is stand over a barbecue, put your head down, and when you get going to that point, you even have staff members. Your responsibility is mayonnaise packets. That's it. Just take the mayonnaise packets, and you stand there and flip and burn and grill as fast as you possibly can. When she mentioned that I've catered for several presidents, I've catered for Ford, Nixon, Carter, Reagan, and Bush, the first Bush, at different times. President Carter was probably my single favorite. He was so kind, and he even came in to the kitchen to thank the staff and say hello. And he was the first president that I really remember. And so it was like the highlight of my cooking career to actually get to meet him. And he is as humble and sweet of a gentleman as you could possibly ever hope for. I've also catered for a lot. When I was down at the Ojai Valley Inn and Country Club, it was a very popular area for stars. My favorites have always been the ones that just want to be treated like real people. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn are an absolutely fabulous couple that are really, really in love. You know, I'm right in that couple, right? Okay. So as you can see, I've slowly added the sugar, and the egg whites have come up to nice peaks. And I'm now going to fold these into my pudding. So you can see here, now we have the basis for the souffle. We have the egg whites, and we have the pudding. And that is really the main two components that you have. The egg whites need to be done just prior to making of the souffles, but this portion can be done. I made this at 6 o'clock this morning. You could make it the day before, and you can make it in chocolate. You can make it in lime. You can make it in any flavor combination that you want to. Take the bowl off. I'm looking for my spatula. There we go. And the egg whites, you can see, very firm. This is not a soft, little, delicate product that you have to be super, super soft with. The egg whites will expand again due to the water that's in them during the baking, and that's what will give the final rise to the souffle. So you still want to keep as much volume as you can, and I'm going to fold them. And if anybody's heard about folding, you basically come out under and bring it over. Under and bring it over until we get this completely combined. In preparation for the demo today, I've made this recipe about 9 times. I don't know my staff wants to eat lemon souffle again. But again, obviously when I opened it, the oven was a little bit temperamental, and I'm hoping these have now come out. It's always good when doing a recipe like this to do a test run. Trust me, your friends, children, and spouses won't mind. Mine might prefer it be chocolate, but they don't mind every time you walk in with a lemon souffle. So you see, it's a beautiful, light, white mixture, and this is what we would spoon into our ramekins. You want to make sure to leave at least a ½ inch from the top. And I'm going to do a little something that might be slightly feel wrong to do because you've been so delicate with this. I'm going to tap it just a little. And what this tapping is doing is it's causing to go out to the sides and make sure there's no air bubbles underneath so that it will be able to rise up straight. Okay, wish me luck here. We fell. I'm sorry. When I hit the oven, they fell. I don't have samples. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Well, they're still, see, it even happens to me. So, it's a wonderful lemon pudding at this time. Can I answer any questions for anyone? I believe I had my oven up too hot and they probably cooked up and fell. Can I answer any? And so it even happens to a chef. Yes, ma'am.
Can you put the lemon curd in the freezer?
Yes, it freezes very nicely. You can even make it in small batches so you pull it out at your whim. It's a great product to make like in the summer or in the winter when you have a lot of Meyer lemons, which we all know our trees grow so well around here. It would be something I would definitely do at that time of year. So, yes.
Assuming that would happen to me, and it very well might, could I put some fresh berries in it and still serve it?
I would personally grab out my vanilla ice cream, scoop it on top of it, and put a few berries with it, and nobody but you would know the difference. It was funny when I got here earlier and spoke with Pat, I had forgotten my canola oil and something else, and I said, I'm a caterer. Let me see what I've got, give me 5 minutes, and we will figure out what to do with it. That's one of the things with being an off-premise caterer is you have to be ready to go with what's going on. It's not like I'm in a commercial kitchen. Last night I had a barbecue and 3 ice chests, and what are you going to do if something goes wrong? You smile and make the most of it. So if you would like to taste the lemon curd recipe, this is completely edible. It's just not the beautiful lemon soufflés I planned for you guys. So,
Okay.
yes, miss?
When you use fresh lemon juice, do you strain it?
I probably would, yes. It depends on what you're squeezing it through. If you're using a reamer in this manner, yes. If you're using, when I'm at home, I have the French press that only has the very small holes that you can pour it through. I find that it normally doesn't need it then. I most definitely would get any seeds out of it that you could. I'd like to thank everybody for at least coming and listening. I'm very sorry that this didn't come out. I will be trying it again at 6 o'clock if everybody wants to come back for a second sampling. If you'd like to try the pudding, I still have them up here. I know it's a tasty item.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Amber.
Yesterday, we do have a pre-temporary oven because I know he was cooking pizza and it was
Was it? Oh, that's
a
it.
challenge. So, but we do have 3 more demos for the day, 3, 4:30, and 6. So I hope you can make it back. And Amber actually will be back here at 6. So enjoy the heat and come back and cool off at 3.
Thanks again, Amber.
You're welcome. I tried. There's some spoons if you want to try the. Now it's fallen lemon pudding. See, that's what happens when you got to learn.